So Pupillage is a 12-month work and training placement, and it's the final stage of qualifying as a barrister. It's also the most difficult part of qualifying as a barrister. It is notoriously difficult to get. A lot of people that actually are called to the bar never go on to become barristers because it's that hard. But if you do it right, you will get an interview. Sometimes it is a matter of luck, but I can guarantee that the more work that you put into it, the more likely you are to actually get an interview. So I think it does also depend on A, your luck, B, the amount of work that you're actually putting into applications, and C, the amount of experience that you can offer to the chambers. So for example, and it's not just legal experience, I think other things count. So I don't know, if you work in a charity shop on a Sunday, that's still meeting and greeting, speaking to different kinds of people, dealing with difficult customers. It's all relevant, and if you can get that on your pupillage application form, I think it would work wonders for you. And I think a tip that I would give is to draw experience from everywhere, because everything applies. So I'll give you an example. I was in Thailand last year travelling, and I did 4 weeks of volunteering at an elephant sanctuary because I have a very strong interest in wildlife. And there was a question on one of my applications to the effect of, give an example of where you've showed, determination and a strong work ethic. And I thought, I don't really want to be boring. I don't really want to give, an example of when, I worked on an essay and I put all of my work into it and I met the deadline. I thought there's probably going to be tons of people who are saying exactly the same thing. So I thought, let me think about something a little bit different. And so I gave them this example of when I was in Thailand at this elephant sanctuary, and I was there for 4 weeks. It was a 4-week placement, unpaid, and what I was required to do was train a baby elephant, but in the end I had managed to teach my elephant everything apart from bathing with me. I don't know why it was, but he just wouldn't listen to the command when I said, let's go into the river and bathe and wash together. And this wasn't in any luxury at all. It was, in a tent in the middle of a farm with mosquitoes absolutely everywhere. 30 degrees of heat. It wasn't pleasant at all, but I stayed, I persevered, and by the end of it my elephant did bathe with me and was deemed safe for interaction with a human. And for that particular interview, when I went in, I sat down, they gave me a legal problem to discuss, which I had 15 minutes before the interview. As soon as I sat down, first question, so how was the volunteering with the elephant? Nothing to do with law, nothing to do with the legal problem. They were interested in the elephant. And that's an example of putting something into your application that sticks, something that's really interesting, something that catches the reader's eyes, and something that makes them think, oh, you know what, I'd quite like to interview this person.